Well, here's a cool piece of, I guess we call it vintage audio gear. It's Audio Research preamplifier. And it is tube based. At least it's got one, looks like a preamp tube in there. Maybe a 12AX7. We'll get to that, clean it out a little bit. But this belongs to a hobby rocketry buddy of mine who said he was, last time he used it, which is many years ago, he was having some issues with the volume control and maybe left and right. He thought he was losing signal. But I have just been testing this thing. I've got it hooked up to my laptop as a source, playing Pandora or MP3s, going through my shit audio Modi DAC, and then straight into the back of this thing. And then the outputs of this goes over to my Con Organ tube amp, because that's what he drives. He drives a very nice tube amp with this preamp. So, but I have to say, I can't find anything wrong with it. I start up some sound here. I mean, the volume control's working just fine. Get just a little bit of noise at very low levels. And right, left is working. Not losing any sound for either side. The input switches seem to be working, and all these switches. So maybe he just had cable problems last time he had it hooked up. I'll have to talk to him about it. But it definitely needs some cleaning up. You can't really see it through the grill, but there's a whole lot of dust down there. And that top of that tube looked all white. I thought it had gone to air, but it's just dust on top of it. So I'll go ahead and pull the top, blow out all the dust, test that tube, clean everything up, and give it another long test. And if it's okay, then I'll give it back to him. Alright, here's what it looks like inside with the top plate off. Pretty dirty. I got the air compressor out in the garage fired up, so I'm going to take it out there and blow it out. Get some of this dust off of it. Alright, well, that looks a whole lot better. There's a bunch of dust in there. I'll go ahead and pull that tube out and put it on the tube tester and see what condition it's in. Alright, got the tube pulled out. And it's a 6DJ8 made in China. And it's branded with the same brand as the amplifier, Audio Research. And there's a date code on it over here. You can see it looks like the 32nd week of 1990. So fairly recent. So I got the tube tester warming up. I'll go ahead and plug it in and see how it looks. Okay, I just tested the tube on my Hickok tester, and it tested weak on both triodes. And so I decided to test it on my ICO tester, and same thing. It's testing in the replace range on both triodes. So I don't know, this thing sounds great, so I don't know if that H model is different than a traditional 6DJ8. Maybe it has lower gain and emissions than an original one, but I'm going to go ahead and put that back in because it works just fine. Okay, I've done a little bit of online research, and it looks like, the tube data I have on my old tube testers is for a 6DJ8, and this is a 6DJ8H. So I think the old style tubes had a lot more gain than these later production ones, which I think were more, maybe the design was changed for audio use, since this is originally not really designed as an audio amplifier, but it seems to be working great in the amplifier, so I guess if it ever fails or goes bad, probably have to find one of these Chinese-made 6DJ8H's to replace it. But the preamp's all cleaned up, playing well, and it's ready to go back to my buddy and have him put it back into his stereo system. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching the video.